Hey guys, Kevin and Brandon here at Elite Academy of Martial Arts. We're about to do a Wing Chun video. I'm going to show you guys how to do the Bill Da. It's also known as the Bill Sao with a Yechikun or a strike, okay, or a straight punch. So let's get started. So the way this works is Brandon's backing off a little bit. Usually the way I teach this is when he's throwing like a haymaker, it's kind of a sucker punch situation. You're going to try to intercept him with the Bill Da. So he's back a little bit and he's angry at me. We're at a bar or maybe on the street and I bumped his car and he's pissed off and he wants to punch me in the face. I have my hands up saying, hey, I don't want any trouble. I don't want to fight this guy. I'm trying to get away, but he's about to sucker punch me. So I see him start to loop, say like that big hand that's coming in. That's exactly right. You know, a lot of times people post to this hand and they start to swing that big one on the right. So I'm going to try to intercept him. Well, the way this works is as he starts to telegraph, I need to time that by coming in. Okay, I don't want to stay at the end of his punch. Brandon's smaller than me, but if it was a bigger guy and he threw a punch all the way this way, I'm at the end of his power, so I need to cut him off. As he comes in, I'm cutting him off with my Bill Sao right there. And then my other hand is just going to strike. And usually we aim right for the throat. If he puts his chin down, I'm going to hit him right in the chin instead of the throat. And that's still a good option. If you aim for the nose, what's going to happen is when he puts his chin down, if he puts his chin down, you're going to get cracked right in the, you're going to hit him right in the forehead and hurt your hand. Alright guys, so he's back off a little bit. It isn't like you're already in. If you're already in, you should already be trapping. You should be hindering his movement, his hand movements, okay? So he's out there, my hands are up, I don't want any trouble. You could be in a Wing Chun stance. I don't recommend that, especially in a real life scenario where you're trying to de-escalate the situation. By getting into a fighting stance, you're going to simply escalate it. So I'm here, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, let's call the police, but he tried to punch me. So I'm going to throw my block and throw my punch out. So Brandon throws that punch and I throw my punch and my block. The Bill Sao looks like this. It just comes out. If you're on center like this, it comes out about 12 inches from left hand, okay, and right hand. If it's just one hand, it looks just like the center line and then about 6 inches off center line. And you have to have the right structure. It's a slight curve right like this. And you have to make sure that the hand rotates and the blade of the hand cuts into his arm. If you have the flat on either side, it's not as effective and the structure is not as strong. So along the edge of the hand and bone is what you want to hit into his hand. It's not only going to damage his hand with my block, but my punch also hurts him. So I'm moving around, Brandon throws a punch, just like that, okay? Again, so he can cover now, just cover like a boxer or whatever, and he throws that punch, and I'm going to go like that. He goes and punches, okay, again, covers, just like that. So he's just throwing a haymaker, okay? It's just a bad punch, and that's why you can see it. If he wasn't telegraphing his punches, you would do a different technique, obviously. This one is just to deal with these big looping punches. Sometimes people like to throw. It's like a Chuck Liddell type of haymaker. So you're blocking with Bill Sao. So if he throws the other hand, I step in, I block with my Bill Sao, my hand cuts his arm, and my punch hits him right in the face. I can hit him in the body. I recommend the throat. That's a good shot to hit. Okay. So my hands are up. Let's play it more like an incident on the street and not an actual fight. I don't want any trouble. My hands are up. He comes and throws that punch in with bang. I'm ready. I block and throw my punch. Make sure that you're stepping in a little bit because you need to intercept him. You need to catch him off guard. It's like someone trying to pull a pistol out of the holster and you're stopping him early. You don't want the pistol to be pointing at you anymore, okay? So I'm here and Brandon tries to rush me. I'm out. My motion is very short. I simply step forward into my fighting stance, throw my punch very straight towards his throat, and my other hand fires out into the Bill Sao. Because my hands are already up like this, and I'm saying, hey, I don't want any trouble, I fire out, it's going to be very quick. If I'm going to block the other side, it just fires out on the other side. My punch is coming straight down the middle, powered with my body and hip, and my block is a nice structure because the blade of the arm is lined up just right with the shoulder, okay? If you turn it or you turn it out, it's going to bend and collapse, so you don't want that. All right, guys. Also, this can be done with pads, but that's just the technique. I start off with this, and then later on, we'll feed the focus mitt so the feeder can swing a lot harder. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions, and leave any comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.